Good morning, everyone. Hi, actually, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to the very first course organized by FPMT East and Southeast Asia. Just a little bit of information for those of you who may not be aware. FPMT stands for the Foundation for the Preservation of the Mahayana Tradition, and it's an international network of centers around the globe started by Lama Tukten Yeshe and Lama Zopa Rinpoche, our gurus. There are now over 160 such centers, and in our region, there are countries including Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Japan, Mongolia, and Taiwan. So as for myself, I am Selina Fung, for those who don't know me. Very happy to meet you all. I am the coordinator for this region. And just to give some background, that actually exploring and living in the path is the culmination of many months of discussion started last year when we were all still so isolated, in the pandemic. And it was felt very much at the time that we very much wanted to highlight the teachings of our guru, Lama Zopa Rinpoche, but in a setting which was less formal and very conducive to discussion, to getting to know each other, something accessible and inspiring. So that was how the idea for this course came about. And also we felt that it would be wonderful to have this strong sense of community for like-minded Dharma practitioners to come together for continued inspiration and continued encouragement in what are actually such trying times, for ourselves and for the world. So in order to make this a truly regional offering, it was also decided that each class would be led by a different person from the region. So giving us a great cross-section of who we are, what we represent, and how in another sense, we are so close together and so like each other, a very strong sense of community is what we're trying to encourage. So the first session today is on Lamrim and the Guru, and it will be led by the wonderful Venerable Drachom, who was born in Singapore in 1964. Venerable has had a long career in the military. For 30 years, he was actually in the Singapore Armed Forces Commando formation, and he retired as a lieutenant colonel. He's been a disciple of Lama Zopa Rinpoche for more than 30 years. He served Amitabha Buddhist Center in Singapore for that same amount of time. And he's also completed the FPMT basic program, and he's an FPMT registered teacher. So we can't wait for this session, Venerable Drachom. Looking forward to it. So over to you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. So before we begin, we just take 5 minutes to just settle our mind. So I'll play the gong. Then after that, I find this extremely very beneficial just to settle ourselves. Our mind is like a mirror, and the object that we have, then we are always in much contact with the object, almost like this. So for 5 minutes, we try to give the space, the subject, our mind, and the object, little space, aware but not reacting what is before and what is coming later. So you can sit upright, and then when I will ring the gong, then after we invite the sound, then we sit quietly for 5 minutes. Okay. I just talk about how I met Rinpoche. So I met Rinpoche about nearly 30 years ago. Okay, there's a little bit of lag in the video. If you all can hear me talk, just give me some response. So give me some response. Okay, very good. Because I'm very used to seeing people not responding to me when I talk. Okay, I met Rinpoche at I was maybe about 10 years, maybe about age 25. 25, I got very interested in the Dharma. Then I was born with in a Buddhist family, so I follow my grandfather and grandmother, or grandpa mainly, to the temple near my place, every Sunday to do Amitabha Buddha Pure Land practice. So when they do the practice, I sort of follow, when I was young. I felt quite nice. They were all wear black color. I thought black is fashion, so we all wear black color. So for the lace wearing, the lace, black means to take refuge, black color. So then I will stand by one corner with all the rest of the other people wearing the lay clothes, Then I felt really good because I always look forward towards the vegetarian lunch after the whole chanting. They will be serving a bowl of noodle with a lot of vegetable inside. I spent many couple of years doing that. Then that started off my really interest. And then one day there's got this book that came out called Reincarnation. So it was a book by Jackie Mackenzie. So he wrote the particular book. First time I saw Rinpoche, but it was not really the like Rinpoche as per the face, It's like one side way, the reincarnation of Lama Osa. Then I look at the book, I generate this strong faith in Rinpoche. I did not know why. Then I went to the bookshop, there was a poster. Rinpoche is coming to Singapore, teach in a bowling alley called Kim Seng Bowling Alley. That was the first time I met Rinpoche, was at bowling alley, PM. So I was late. So I saw a lot of shoe outside, So that time I'm not so sure, should I go in, should not go in? So I stand outside there, I waited from 1 to 1:30. I say, if someone come out, I will go in. But I wait until 2, like 1:45, still no one come out, Then I say, wow, how to go inside, for the lesson. So finally someone came out to go wee. I think cannot take it, come out, go wee. So I sneak in together with people, I sit behind. So Rinpoche sat in front. It was a bowling alley. That time was how really our humble beginning, Amitabha Buddhist Center. There was a Buddha statue. That was then subsequently, that was offered by Rinpoche. Rinpoche offered the Shakyamuni Buddha. I sat behind throughout the whole talk. I sit upright. I try to sort of try to understand what Rinpoche say. Rinpoche was like coughing like every 3-4 words of that. Rinpoche will cough one time. 3-4 words. Rinpoche will really cough one time. They will cough. So I tried to figure out. So towards the end of the whole thing, there was only one thing I remember Rinpoche said very, very distinctly, the word bodhicitta. There was a very unique way of saying that. And my takeaway that day was, be kind. That was really say, be kind, be good, be kind. It was a 2-hour lesson, but that was the only thing I take away. Be kind, do good things. Then that time I still wear amulet, because no contact with Lamrim, no contact with much thing. I felt by wearing the amulet a lot of Buddha, the more Buddha you have, the more protection you have, the bigger, the older, the fiercest. So I got a thick gold chain, really thick one. I don't know how we call it, you cannot miss it out on. It look thicker than the mala, It look more or less like this sort of thing, one thick one, then you got like amulets, So that time at the end, Lord Rinpoche come out of blessing, so I queue up. I took out the gold chain. So Rinpoche looked at me, like, wow, who's this guy, So he put all the Buddha, he stacked all on his hand. I still remember very vividly. He stacked it up and he put all neatly on his hand. Then he prayed. That first moment, I realized that Rinpoche is really holy. I realized I got power went inside, That moment I feel there's power went inside the Buddha, That's unmistaken. I really felt the power really went inside. Hokkien Kong, Jit, the Hokkien, when In dialect, they say zip already, you know, when, no choice, but go in. So I wear back that thing. But after that, I did not go center because it was like in some butterfly avenue. I'm not so sure where is it. I did not really pursue. So I went to the Singapore. They got one Chinese temple, Pokasi. So I went there to do my morning practice. Then I realized that at the end, then when I got issue that come out, I cannot just take the Amitabha Buddha Sutra and read and then try to get something. I realized it was not like this. It must be the Dharma. It must be something to do in meditation. So I joined some person to do some meditation. So there was one doctor called Dr. K.K. Tan. But during one of the lesson, he said this, we cannot reincarnate as an insect. I remember that I sort of said, oh, no, this cannot be true. No, we can reincarnate in the sixth round. I decided to left halfway during the lesson. I got away. And that's where I got reconnected with Rinpoche again. Animal liberation. So I remember I went to Amitabha Buddhist Center. I met someone during the talk that time. He said, why not you come to ABC? You know, you soldier, you kill a lot of animal. But actually in soldiering, I don't kill animal. No, since that time, I don't believe in killing animal. I don't know. I'm not so sure why. I remember in Survivor, as a commander, we're supposed to give every soldier a chicken and kill the chicken and eat, you know. So that is like it's a standard thing, you know, like every of the soldier who go through the training, then for survival had to kill a chicken. I told them, I'm not going to give you your chicken. I'm going to give you a chicken wing, processed ready one. I didn't give them chicken, so they got no killing that time. Everybody got one chicken, 2 chicken wing. No killing. As far as concerned, no killing. So give chicken wing. So I connected with Amitabha Buddhist Center, and the first event I went there was animal liberation. I think maybe that started off my strong connection with doing animal liberation. Then after that, I met Rinpoche. Then it was really a very amazing sort of. It was not like instantly you ripen to the faith. It was really a process. So I met Rinpoche for till now about 30 years. Then it's really very amazing to find a guru that can ripen you. So I got so many things that are very personal with Rinpoche. He was actually, it depends on how one person look at the guru. So today I'm going to talk about the guru and the Lamrim, or the Lamrim and the guru. Without Lamrim, there's no guru. Without guru, there's no Lamrim. Really, guru came from Lamrim practice. And without the guru, there's no, which comes first? There is really no beginning, you know. So I keep thinking, without the guru for a beginner, there's no Lamrim for you. But the guru came from the Lamrim. So you put either way the title, it's still not, it depends on how you just present the fact across. So today I'm very fortunate to give an opportunity to speak to some of y'all and give a little sort of my feeling. I'll tell more story than the main point. I spoke to Rinpoche. Selena asked me to ask Rinpoche to give talk. Rinpoche give me that look. I'm going to give in August. He asked me to give now. It was giving me that look like, you do first. I will do in August for you. It was, you know, Rinpoche give that look like, you know, that look like, are you asking me question? Is it funny? Have you used your brain or something like that? You know? I was like, okay. So, okay. So for something to be Dharma, I remember very dearly, my guru told me, if the mind is not Dharma, nothing becomes Dharma. We can be saying prayer, listen to your Dharma talk, nothing becomes Dharma till we take refuge and generate bodhicitta. I remember the very vivid thing. In Sarah, Rinpoche was requested to give the oral transmission of the most secret text of High Viva, the entire thing. He got it from Geshe Senge, that means the previous abbot from Sarah, before coming. So a lot of monks gather at the main Gompa, you know. So for 6 days, they thought maybe 6 volume Rinpoche would do 6 days. So for day 1, day 2, day 3, Rinpoche talked only about Lamrim, what is motivation, you know. Then on the 4th day, I was at the corridor, Rinpoche saw me. Then he said that maybe the Geshe quite unhappy with me now. After 4 days, I didn't even start the text. I didn't even open the thing. I only talk about motivation. Rinpoche was saying on the throne, very serious, he said that, do you think you teach Dharma is like teach debate Dharma? No. Do you think you do chanting is Dharma? No. Do you think you teach students is Dharma? No. Do you think you do puja is Dharma? No. He said, till your mind got the motivation of the small, middling, great scope, then that becomes Dharma. Wow, I tell you, it was never, you know, we will all expect all the geshes, right? All the geshes to understand this, what is Dharma? He said, no, till you get this correct, nothing really become Dharma. So towards the 5th day, Rinpoche started to open the text, and when we reached about 30 or 40 pages for the thing, I remember it very vividly. He was saying, till your mind become Dharma, nothing become Dharma. And Rinpoche used this example because it's seemingly that what we do seems like Dharma, but actually it's not Dharma till we adjust our motivation to have refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, and then adjust our motivation based according to the Mahayana Dharma. The text that we're going to do is Mahayana Dharma. So not only from the text side must be unmistaken, from our side now, we must also have the unmistaken motivation to, we call it, to generate the same thought as it, that means rufa. We are in the same nature. Good. So with that, we join palms and then we take refuge and generate bodhicitta. So we say in English, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving another perfection, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practicing of giving another perfection, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving another perfection, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Oh, immeasurable. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide equanimity, free from desire from friends and hatred for enemies. Okay, good. So the mind should be sufficiently inspired by that, So the three jewels, so the Buddha is like the doctor, the Dharma is like the medicine, the Sangha are those aspirant on the path, like nurse, Chinese, the Hokkien say misi, the word called miss, it's like lead you along the path to help you. Most of us, if something happened, our mind very unstable. Actually, the instability came from because this refuge is not stable. You should have to have an anchor point so strong that nothing can move, like a mountain. That means rain can come, earthquake can come. The mountain will drop a little bit, but you will still maintain that shape. You can have an earthquake, the whole mountain disappear. You always have to maintain. So the refuge becomes the anchor point. Those who 我们说入法门, those who enter become Buddhists take refuge strongly, and those who start practicing by observing what to cultivate, what to abandon, what we call the law of causality. Cause and effect. Everything that we wanted in our life all come from cause. All come from cause. Nothing comes without a cause. Nothing cannot become something. Nothing cannot become something, and something cannot become nothing. Nothing. So I try to remember this a little. Try to remember. Most of my trip going up to all these caves, because in the military I went to a lot of places that need to climb mountain. I ain't very interested in climb mountain. I can tell you, I ain't very interested to climb mountain. I ain't interested at all. But every time when I think I ain't interested, Rinpoche say, okay, now he see me, okay, Laudo. I say, what is Laudo? Okay, I'll go. What Rinpoche tell me I'll go. Then after that he say, okay, you go Papin. Okay. Then after that he say, you go Rowaling. So I say, okay. So whatever you tell, I will go. There was once we was in a Laudo doing the teaching itself. Then he said that, I teach you how to do. Then where is your diarrhea book? He really literally said, where's your diarrhea book? You mean you can remember everything I say? No way. He like, no way. You must write down. Or else I waste my time talking, blah, blah, blah. Then you listen, then blah, then forget. You must write down. So, but now because we got this device called handphone, iPad, whatever, then we can download, put in the cloud, we can see. But I've got feeling that, oh, you got plenty of things, but never come back one. But so you write the key point that hit you very hard, like really hit you. I remember this great Lama called Kuntang Rinpoche. Not everything, because the teaching is very vast and every of us, our mind, our imprint are very different. You must have the feeling, like a near hitting to your heart, like a near punch, hammer to your heart. So you had to write down that point at that moment, that first realization you do by writing that very important point. Most of us will have that little, oh, that sounds really very important. So to begin to today talk, I want to use the particular analogy of an apple seed and an apple. An apple seed and an apple. So now we can see. So if you can see here, right, there's an apple seed. I take out the apple seed. Then there's the apple. So what is the connection between the apple seed and the apple? All apple come from apple seed. But not all apple seed will become apple. No. Why? It's a process. This apple seed will have to go through a process to become an apple. But all apple came from apple seed. All apple came from apple seed. Yes. So can banana become apple? No. Banana cannot become apple. So next time when you eat apple that time, if the apple seed represent our Buddha nature, and the apple stand for full enlightenment, Buddhahood, then you know that all of us got the seed within us. That is the good news. Then, if you really want to become apple, I like to say the word, we must be prepared to do what it takes to become an apple. And you must understand what is called apple. Some of people say, can I just eat apple but don't want to become apple? So all of us are practitioners right now. We want to become Buddha. So obviously, the Buddha is very skillful. He taught people many varying levels. Some of the people in the world will have no chance to hear the Dharma. Many will have no chance to hear the Dharma, even to recite one word, Om Mani Padme Hum, like in the sixth realm, the hell, the hungry ghost, the animals. No, got no chance. Even as human being itself, not everybody got a chance. But when you become an apple, a full Buddha, apple, let's say a metaphor, apple is full enlightenment, a Buddhahood. It takes a long process, and the process is called, I like to simplify, called Lamrim. That means move along to all the different stages to become Buddha. Not all apple seed will become a Buddha. Not all apple seed will become Buddha if you never grow. But this seed, good thing, it never get destroyed. It can never get destroyed. It can never get destroyed. So this is called the Buddha Dhammakaya. So in the apple seed itself, if you really unpeel, there are layers of skin, layers of things. So whatever you do every day, we plant imprint. There are imprint that we planted inside. Imprint that we planted inside that will ripen into something that will become obstacle. So for those people who do experiment, right, you take this apple seed. Let's take out the apple seed. What will happen? You take the apple seed and put inside a microwave. Quite a bit of the potential will be destroyed. You'll never become an apple. So, but I felt that the potential to become a Buddha nature never destroyed because, like Chandrakirti, they say, our Buddha, all the negativity, all the obscuration that we have are adventitious. It means temporarily if we work hard enough. And the word I say is called, we must be prepared to do what it takes to become one. We must do what it takes to become one. So we need the instruction. So we got many teachers that we have. So I want to use the three principles of the path. So there are many Lamrim texts. There are many Lamrim texts that we use to describe this particular path. So the Lamrim came from Shakyamuni Buddha. Then Lama Atisha really wrote the first text. Then subsequently, the Kadampa master then came to Lama Tsongkhapa. Then Lama Tsongkhapa wrote many Lamrim texts, the Great Lamrim, the Middle Lamrim, the Songs of Experience, the three Lamrim. And then there's two shorter Lamrim texts called the Three Principal Aspects of the Path and the Foundation of All Good Quality. So the foundation of good quality is one that really you have to read the thing so that you can prepare yourself to take highest yoga tantra. Really, inside there, they got a lot of things. You must be prepared to keep your vow at the cost of your life. You have to prepare to keep your. So there's many things. So foundation got used in that light. So the principal aspect of power will what I will be using this morning to sort of in very brief overview. And the last trip Rinpoche came to Singapore when he said, okay, now we recite the three principal aspect of the path. And he said, listen carefully. He said, by listening this carefully and thinking about the meaning, create more merit than making offering to many Buddha, many jewels for great amount of time. So must understand is how precious the teaching is, how precious. So the three principal aspect of the path. So the three principles stand for renunciation, bodhicitta, and shunyata, wisdom, realizing, emptiness. Then the first verse. So before the author, I was very, very fortunate. I was able to go to this place called Wokachuling in 1994. That time was very amazing. That time I already served Rinpoche for me about 4 years. I see the time when you see Guru as Buddha, I know that he's somebody very holy, but it's not spontaneous. I have to put effort to think he's Buddha. Then I think, I say usually Buddha don't cough, right? No, can Buddha cough so much, you know? They cough so much, you know. And it's very difficult to understand Rinpoche speaking English. I remember one the ABC EXCO member, you know, he brought his husband once to Rinpoche talk. After finish the talk, the EXCO member share, you know, he said that the husband share with her, wow, you are very good. You go Amitabha Buddhist Center, now you understand Tibetan. Then the wife said, no, Rinpoche was speaking English. You mean English? It was quite funny. Whole talk, he cannot understand what Rinpoche talk about. He thought Rinpoche was speaking Tibetan. So he commented the wife, you're so great, no? You can understand Tibetan. The whole talk was in English. He like, so now I understand you need karma to understand Rinpoche. Every holy sound, you have to have karma. It was, you know, we laughed rolling, we laughed for a long time, you know, like, oh, can't be correct. The wife like, you mean you hear that? I remember there's one more monk, his name called Venerable Pende. So he's working in a hospice in Australia. So he once brought his brother to see Rinpoche, you know. After that, Venerable Pende asked his brother, what do you think of my teacher? Oh, he's a very kind man, but so poor thing. So poor thing, Rinpoche. He got no legs. Because he never see people sit cross-legged. So they thought Rinpoche got no legs. The legs were up. I was like, wow. So you realize it's so different. Because Rinpoche sit cross-legged,
Looks like we lost the connection there. Just bear with us here.
Okay, sorry. So I'm in Kopan now, so sometimes so the priest principle. So I very fortunate. I say I went to Tibet. Then I went to visited the place where Lama Tsongkhapa with 8 of his main disciples, and one of the disciples became the Dalai Lama. So I was able to go. You all can hear me clear? Wave, give me a response. Okay, good. So I was able to go to the place where J Tsongkhapa with disciple practice after J Tsongkhapa had founded Ganden. He was teaching to many students, and one day Manjushri appeared to J Tsongkhapa. He said that, okay, now you need to go and meditate, do your preliminary. By then J Tsongkhapa had become a great teacher of the Dharma. There's so many disciples. So Lama Tsongkhapa talked to Manjushri, like teacher and disciple, and asked, I know you asked me to go, there'll be great loss for my student, I'm teaching so many people. So Manjushri said, this one I know best what's best for you. So he took 8 disciples, he went up to the Woka Chuling. I was there many times. So in that place itself, my first meeting with my teacher there, he was the abbot of the monastery called Wochaka Chuling. In Chinese, they call Qilong Si. So at that particular place itself, towards the last part, in 1994 itself, I was able to bring 10 commandos. I went to Mount Kailash. I also visited Woka Chuling. Then my teacher, at the end of the thing, he gave me a transmission. He take out a text. He said, nah, nam so nam sum. So this is called the 3 principle aspect of path. I hold it very dear because I thought it was really auspicious. He gave me the text from Woka Chuling of the 3 principle aspect of the path. Plus he gave me an oral transmission. That time, no doubt I'm new. I know he gave me an oral transmission. He asked me to sit down and asked me to listen. I speak no Tibetan. He speak very little Chinese. And then he gave me the transmission, the 3 principle aspect of the path. So today I want to use the 3 principle aspect of the path to sort of share with you this entire Lamrim overview. So the first one is expressing homage. So I bow down to my perfect gurus. So when we say the word perfect guru, right? Well, so when we think of the perfect guru, what do you mean by the perfect guru themselves? The perfect guru itself in the Lamrim itself, so if those before taking initiation from Rinpoche, Rinpoche has spent quite a lot of time, much time to talk about what is guru and how to rely on the guru and rely on guru in thought, in action. And he never talked very much of the quality, but he talked about the advantages and the disadvantages. Or else sometimes he got a feeling, say like, I'm advertising myself, But sometimes Rinpoche will show the aspect of this. He said that it's not I'm Buddha, but if I do not tell you how to rely, then you'll make mistake, then you'll suffer. I remember once I went Bhutan, so there was this, in Bhutan, the monks itself, they got the parliament got 2 sides. One belongs to the Sangha, one belongs to the lay. On the lay side is the king being the most important figure. On the Sangha side, the most important equivalent is called the J Kempo. It's almost like both of them sort of in accordance to rule the country. So the J Kempo is the only one that in the ceremony wear yellow one. The minister red color, their namja is orange color one. Then the regular monk you can see is yet their robes are different color one. They can wear a slightly orange one. So the J Kempo say this, I went with one of the her student. So they built we call it the Dodema Buddha, the very, very big Buddha statue there. Then that Rinpoche say, they think that I'm Buddha, but I not Buddha. But if they practice seeing that way, all the Buddha will enter me and they get all the benefit. So, but up to them to practice. So it was really very clear. That moment I realized that he was really skillful. He said that that's why practicing Guru devotion is not from one side. The Guru show got light coming up and everything is no. It's from your side, how you label the Guru is Buddha. If the Guru is really the Buddha, then everybody should label from the own side. No, it's from your side. You see the beings having all the quality. That's why pure and perfect Guru is so important. That means when they say the word pure, means keeping all the vow, practicing the 3 higher morality. And you say, if Rinpoche is not doing that, who else is doing that? If Rinpoche is not doing that, when you think of that, no, for you, who is teaching you the Dharma? Have to be the Guru, right? No, for you. So you have to take it as a personal thing. It's something really, really very personal. So he said that everybody think they all think I'm Buddha, but I tell them I'm not. I tell you, like, he like challenging them, you know. They all give the look. No, you're Buddha. You say, if I'm Buddha, then I got eczema. It was really, so that's why guru devotion is something from your own side. So you must remember not to try, my guru is good or your guru, no, you don't compare guru. If all same guru, we can talk about the quality of the guru. So I got the good karma, you know, the very, very good karma. So there was once I got very strong connection with Venerable Rinpoche, one of Lama Zopa Rinpoche teacher. Once I went to America, I stayed at Richard Gere house. I did not see Richard Gere, but I stayed at his house. So I spent quite a bit of time with my teacher, Venerable Rinpoche. So every day he will, because I don't speak Tibetan, then Rinpoche showed respect, cannot speak English. There's no translator. So every day he can only ask me, eat your food, sleep early. It was quite good. Eat your food, sleep early, rest. He tell me, rest. I felt that the teaching are just so short and so simple. Rest. So after many, like 20 years later, so I realized that the word rest means rest your body, rest your mind, rest your heart. He tell me rest. So it really makes sense to me really right now. Then so you can only tell me this. Then one day he decided to invite a translator for me. Rinpoche asked one translator. The translator is none other than Gelek Rinpoche. I felt so, so low, Like he invited Gelek Rinpoche from Jewel Hut to become the translator. Gelek Rinpoche in his previous life was the abbot of Gyuto Monastery. The previous Ling Rinpoche was the assistant abbot. So this is how the lineage goes. The Gelek Rinpoche was the abbot of Gyuto Monastery in Tibet. Ling Rinpoche previous reincarnation was the assistant abbot of Gyuto Monastery. He asked the abbot to come here and translate for me. I felt really, really bad. And on the throne, he only said a few lines. He said this: whenever I ask it in all my life, whenever I want to ask a question, may I always ask it directly to Manjushri. And in all my life, may I never separate from Lama Tsongkhapa. That was a two line I remember very dearly. He said, remember this. So if you regard your guru as Manjushri, you got all the answer to all the things. If you remember your guru is Manjushri, and your all life never separate from Tsongkhapa. I remember that. It was quite funny to have Gelek Rinpoche there as a translator. I see that. I feel so sheepy, like so paise, like really, really. But I felt greatly, deeply honored also. He said that in all my life, may never separate from teaching of Tsongkhapa. So guru devotion is something from our own side. So all of us are extremely fortunate, especially in this organization in FPMT. So Lama Yeshe, no doubt I never make Lama, but every time I read any books of Lama, I felt there was a direct, like Lama was talking to me directly, almost like speaking to your heart. Speaking to your heart. That means directly to the heart. As though like something dear. And every time when someone got issue, you open a book or question they want to ask, you flip to Lama. So I felt that the guru is really. So the guru means, if you understand the guru is Dhammakaya, means all the minds of the enlightened being. And it's from your side, you see the correct basis, and from your side, you label, you make a direct connection, with the guru. Then you establish the guru relationship. So the guru is really, really very important. Really, really, why we have guru, So just now in the earlier beginning, I forgotten to tell you, if you all want to ask, I will give some time to ask questions. So if you can type your question in, Selina will just consolidate the question, and then I'll give some time to answer. If no question, it's also fine. Also, don't need to try to think of question now. It's okay. Just enjoy whatever I blah 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 to you. Blah blah blah. The main thing will come in August. The blah blah blah. Then the main thing will come in August. So I really want to share my story, what I have with my guru that make me so personal to me. Because guru is something very personal. He loves you for all you have with all he have. He loves you for all you are, what you are right now. He don't judge you. He might show the aspect of judging you, but he's not. That's why the Rinpoche say, no anger, show anger. No, it's like that. No favoritism, like more favorite disciples show this. No, the guru is from your own side, how you labor, because our mind, how our mind work right now. So the guru, why we need guru, So because we want realization, we want to become a Buddha. Remember this apple, apple. Next time when you eat apple that time, I'm sorry, I only use apple because it's easier fruit to find in Nepal. You might have a favorite fruit that you have, let's say a strawberry, or for us durian. But durian is not for everybody nice fruit, right? So you can from durian, you know that it does not come from its own side nice. It comes from its own side nice. You go to Britain and you eat durian in Wembley Stadium, they will chase you out. You eat durian in Wembley Stadium, they'll chase you out. But for us, we have a durian party in Wembley Stadium anytime. We'll Jio, J-I-O, all the Malaysian and the Singaporean kaki will eat Mau Shang Wang. That's the Penang people, Mau Shang Wang, in Wembley Stadium. You know, one side want to kill us, but we are enjoying. So it didn't come from the side of the fruit. It came from a side of our mind to enjoy. So you realize that. So remember, all apple came from apple seed. It's too difficult to see the seed. But the seed take a process. And the process to cultivate the thing came from Guru, the advice of Guru. And the realization from the seed, if this represents the main fruit enlightenment, then there's two very important things. It's the accumulation of merit and the accumulation of wisdom. So the Buddha got 4 bodies. So the wisdom body and the Rupakaya, that means the Namanakaya, Shamanakaya, and the wisdom body, Dhammakaya and Shravanakaya. But the main thing of all the gurus are like, there's only one moon, but on every surface itself, when the reflections are there, you can always see many, many moons. So is there many moons in the world? No, there's only one moon. So the moon represents like Dhammakaya, all the wisdom. When the conditions are there, the guru will manifest something for you to reflect upon. So for us, devotion to the guru, especially in Tibetan tradition, right? Almost at the guru is the Buddha, the guru is the Dhamma, the guru is the Sangha. So sometimes you say, is there 4 guru? I go for refuge to guru, to the Buddha. So some people say, is there 4 objects? No, the guru is the embodiment of all the 3 objects. The 3 objects. In some Lamrim texts, they say, at the time of your death, the most fortunate beings are those beings who can think of their guru. The most fortunate are the beings that can think of their guru. So that's very, very fortunate. So those who cultivate strong devotion to the guru are extremely fortunate. You were able to purify a lot of negative karma, accumulate most amount of merit by being able to devoting yourself to the particular guru. Rinpoche in the last trip when I was here in October, he told me, he said, the Nyingma don't go for debate like the Gelup, The Nyingma is like through the experiential path to discover the mind realizing emptiness. And the Gelup way of doing the thing, right, is using analysis, using text, scripture authority. Obviously, at the final point, when the experiential thing, they still have to negate the inherent existence of the object, subject and object, they still have to negate. But from the experiential side, Rinpoche told me, he said that some of the Nyingma Lama or the disciples seems that got very correct understanding on the thing, not because they study. They say their perfect devotion to Guru, their perfect devotion to their teacher. They serve their teacher very, very well in thought and in action. So in thought, you think of his kindness, his quality. If you really spend some time thinking, we will not be talking here tonight or not tonight, this morning. It's not for Rinpoche. No, I will not be seeing Selena Fong. No, Ani Choing, we will all be not so sure what we're doing on a Sunday morning. Those in Penang maybe going to eat char kway teow, in Singapore maybe preparing to go out for lunch or whatsoever. But we are here because of one being wisdom and one being kindness. His Holiness Dalai Lama, Lama Yeshe, and the courage of our Guru, meaning the vision and the courage. Vision and the courage. That's why we're all here. So we will not forget. We must not forget. So if the realization means this, right, we need to render our mind soft, and we need to render our mind hard, and we need to render our mind for our study and meditation to be successful. We need the Guru. We need the Guru blessing. So when you want the Guru receive the Guru blessing, when Guru gives something, you must open your heart to your Guru with devotion. That means in the hearts of a student with devotion, realization comes easy. Really, just like that. It's like so absolutely easy. When the devotion in the disciple heart open, realization comes easy. It make your mind soft. It make your mind very soft. It's like a mist in the garden, right? When you are able to open your heart, you are open to all the fertilizer, all the water, all the thing seems to grow very, very quickly. So I got no quality myself. I only know I try to, as much as I can, to devote myself to serve Rinpoche in whatever he wants. So there was once many, many years ago, he asked me to be director Maitreya project. I already know that, but my mind went to explode for a while. Roger called me one day. It was quite funny. Roger called me. He said that, do you think it's okay that Rinpoche call you? You know, that it's such a funny way of putting the thing there. I say, of course, capital letter, of course. Then Rinpoche talked to me. He said that it came out very good that he become director Maitreya project. That moment my mind went blank for a little while, but it came back. Then I think, if you think I can do, I will do. I never think twice about doing things. Just go and do. You just find a way, work. If don't work, fine. Then I never worry about my plan don't work. I will make the thing work. It's like that. It's quite clear. It's just that Selena, in the beginning, she got an idea, why not we do something like that? And Rinpoche come, then they say blah, 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 so good. So like that, we make it work. Human being got the ability to make it work. Same thing, the apple seed become apple because we decided I want to become an apple. I want to become an apple. I did not eat to become, I don't know why it to become a banana or whatever. I want to become an apple because apple stands for full enlightenment for me right now. I will be prepared to do what it takes to go there. So without devoting to the guru in thought and action, there's no realization. So the guru is like make your devotion, make your mind soft, it make your mind courageous, and make you got something to anchor upon. You must understand. If you don't have this anchor, it's very difficult. So the guru acts as the a living embodiment of your inner quality you want to develop. Can you imagine our mind so deluded? We can see so much quality in Rinpoche. Can you imagine our mind more pure? Wow, can you imagine? I always say our mind so like rojak, so jalat. So luan, L-U-A-N, luan, luan, L. But some of people only hear English, I'm so sorry. Know what I'm talking about, luan, L-U-A-N, luan, and luan. Then we can see so much quality. Can you imagine our mind more pure? Wow, we cannot even. Then when Rinpoche, when he teach that time, he closed his eyes and he talk about, when Rinpoche talk, when someone, he only talk about emptiness, the very difficult topic. He depends on sometimes who the audience he talked to. I remember there was once in Amitabha Buddhist Center, he gave a Yamantaka initiation. He came inside, he looked at everybody, then he take his prayer bead. Rinpoche, when he do prayer bead, he do like that, he look at you, then he do like this. He's doing diminution, then he do 3 beat at a time, 3 beat, like that, 3 beat. So I'm just making Rinpoche, then after 2 or 3 left, you 3, then he'll do one more time. So there's a way of doing diminution. And Rinpoche did not go through any motivation. He immediately started to give the initiation. I was like, wow. I'll look around. You cannot be a judge for anyone. There's also one of the teacher that came, one of Rinpoche teacher came to Amitabha Buddhist Center, gave an initiation. His name is Demalocho Rinpoche. And before he gave the initiation, Rinpoche said, there's a Vajrayogini in the Gompa now. I swear, I know everybody inside that. He said there's a Vajrayogini in the Gompa now. We're like, I know it's not me. We're like, look around. Who is the person? So you really don't know who they are. If you practice, you must remember there will be a bodhisattva amongst you. They will come. And so ordinary, you don't know. It could be William from LDC. You don't know, You really don't know. You don't know who they are. You really don't know. You got no clue. The last thing, you see, our Maitreya Buddha, I always think of Maitreya Buddha and Venerable Asanga. Venerable Asanga practiced 12 years. See Maitreya Buddha as a maggots with dogs, But that moment, because he generated uncontrived bodhicitta. Uncontrived bodhicitta, that one moment he saw. So the guru really, you see Rinpoche, the amount of passion, the amount of drive, the amount of dedication. Rinpoche really take the austerity of not lying down. There are austerity of not staying under the roof, the austerity of not eating any food that's not been offered, that means living off, the austerity not using money, the austerity of not lying down. There are like 8 types of austerity. Let me one is not to always stay outdoor. So one of my teachers, Geshe Lama Kuncho, he spent many years in the cave and then 6 years under the tree, under the apple tree. I must tell you, in Laudo itself, it's very similar to the place I'm going. It's really quite cold. Unless you got real tumor, you were going to suffer really very much there. You will suffer. Maybe you might die under the tree. So Geshe Lama Kunchok is like a Kadampa master. He say no nonsense. Are you prepared to do what it takes to become one? If not, then don't waste time. He literally said that. Are you prepared to do what it takes to become one? Or if not, then you hear a lot of things. So right now, all the things, if I give you a piece of apple, till you eat the apple, you always know the apple is nice, but you never taste the apple before. Is that sometimes some people come and see me and ask some question. I say that whatever I share with you is almost similar. Like you see food, you know food will make you full, but you don't eat the food, you will never be full, you'll always feel hungry. So the Dharma meant to be practiced. You practice the Dharma, then you'll get the realization inside. And you must be prepared to take what you do. You must be prepared. So for the apple seed, you need to guard it. You guard it with morality. Practicing the three types of morality. First, morality is not harming people. Second, morality, accumulate merit as much as you can make offering. Second, break stupa, follow advice of guru. And then the third benefit is benefit of benefiting sentiment. The three, morality. Must. If you don't have this one, this is the foundation of all the goodness, ethics. If you got this morality, the higher morality, then it's like surely something will grow, something is brewing, something. So if our mind focus on the quality of the guru, what we get is quality. So the guru could only have one quality, let's say for example, and focus on one, and it show the aspect of 99 different ones. So a lot of us are trained, I'm not so sure why we are trained this way in our mind. We never see the good thing, we only see the bad thing one, and we remember the bad thing only, we never remember good things. So the guru, all in it, so they say always rely, not for one moment, heresy of guru, rely on his good quality only one. I know Rinpoche is, if someone, Rinpoche is not Buddha, I say, where's Buddha? Not Buddha. Then we are pitiful sentient being. If this being is not Buddha, where's Buddha for us? Buddha. So there's four main reasons. They say that we cannot trust what we say. The Buddhas, the Gurus are doing activity of Buddhism, Bodhisattva, Bodhisattva are still working for sentient being. Vajradhara says so. In future, I form in the field of the monk. If we put some effort into realizing this, obviously these are the two most difficult things to realize in Lamrim. Guru is the Buddha, and they want all beings are your mother, kind mother, sentient being. Because you have to use experience to know that this thing. You have to use experience. When you use experience, the thing will work. So devoting to Guru is very important. So devotion to the Guru is what makes the accumulation of merit and wisdom so fast. In Sutra, in the Mahayana itself, in Sutrayana Mahayana itself, then it takes 3 great countless years to accumulate the merit. But we call it in Tantra, we only take only one lifetime of this degenerate, because we're able to see the Guru is the Buddha. Rinpoche say, only in Mahayana Vajrayana, then there is the teaching of Guru devotion. Guru is the Buddha. In the Sutrayana, the Mahayana Sutrayana, there's probably not a lot, or don't have in fact. Unless some of the like Fuzi, some Chinese organization left what you call, they got some connection with His Holiness, then they teach a Lamrim, then they have that. But in Pali tradition, there isn't this practice. So they take quite many long time to generate this thought. So devotion to the particular Guru itself, all right, then very important is not to have wrong view towards the Guru. You can take your time. So for most of us inside this program, I'm quite sure you all found your Guru. If you're not found, I'll pray for you. I'm going up to Milarepa place. If you can see the tanka behind her, right? There's a picture of Jesu Milarepa. Because I saw Rinpoche, he told me, I told him I want to go there. Then he asked me, have you received the transmission? Have you received the mantra transmission? I say no. So in that moment, immediately I request, can I get? He said, no, I will give you the initiation. So I like, wow, the eye very blink, really, really very joyous, really, wow, that moment. Then Rinpoche said, you go and find out this cool place. I want to give a Sivapuri. So yesterday I spent the whole day, I'm just 7:30 at night, to go up there. Then one of the place where this place Rinpoche wanted to give was the place where Mahakashapa, the previous Buddha, put a finger inside the rock and the water came out. And it formed the source of the most sacred river in Kathmandu, Pashimputi River. And at the river there, the source there, Tilopa and Naropa stay there. Tilopa and Naropa stay at the river bank there. I was like, wow. So I went there. So if for one moment you got wrong view towards Guru, it stopped the growth. It create a lot of stop the potential for your mind from going. In fact, it's quite very negative. I always felt that we should not make everybody so afraid of the whole thing. I'd rather say that these are the things you should really encourage to do. Try to encourage people to do. Then to say, oh, you don't do this. In my 31 years, 32 years in the military profession, I lost many. When I hear the word final farewell, Yong Pie, I always had the feeling of, could I do anything for them, Yong Pie. So there was one officer, he went for half marathon run. At the crossing line, he finished, he collapsed and he died. Then we went for his funeral, then he's Christian. So the pastor said this, today when God do roll call her up in heaven, there'll be one more extra name, Ho Shi Shu. But he had not taken that, he'll go to eternal hell. Wow, for that moment, I said, can you imagine? Your mind already so afraid, and you hear that if you don't believe in God, you go eternal hell. It gives a lot of fear. But I like to encourage this. All of us have done all the mistake before, but for the very first time, we should give ourselves permission to be as good as we can. We should give ourselves the permission. We should give ourselves the way to give ourselves such that we can be as good as we can in this life to ripen this potential called apple seed to become apple. We must ripen. So we take it in small bite. I think quite difficult for you to swallow the apple in one bite, correct? You have to take small bite, right? In durian, quite difficult to take bite the durian one, but apple one time, unless the cherry apple. But we take in small bite. So your spiritual progress depends on how devoted you are to the Guru. So in the Kadam Master, they say the Guru is the Buddha. They say, Rinpoche say many examples. He say that if you are able to please your Guru mind, then it's purified. Like doing Vajrasattva retreat, we get upon to do it. So whatever your Guru asks you to do or requested you do, or that he gave you advice in general advice, you just do that. You will find it's a lot of the greatest, fastest purification. So how the Guru benefit us? He share the knowledge of the path. He teach you how to practice along the path. The Guru share with you how to grow internally. What do you mean by I'm back. Can see? Can see? Hello. Can hear? Oh, 但是没有视频耶。Okay, I start. Okay. Even the internet get excited when you talk about Guru, it's so powerful, they overwhelm you. Oh, especially the negative thing. Even internet get afraid, Even the internet get afraid when you talk about you got negative thoughts towards Guru. Oh. So obviously right now we can definitely learn. You practice a Dharma, you don't need a Guru, you can know what is karma or no. But you really want to become apple, then you need the Guru. You really need the Guru. You need the blessing of the Guru, like the sun shining on the tree. If you learn from internet, if you're like in the room, you can never have the sun, the nourishment of the blessing. You can never turn the seed to become the apple. No, you need the blessing of the Guru. Even you work very hard. It's just like when we study the middle way text, by entering the middle or the fundamental question, wisdom of Nagarjuna, first you need to have first thing, the blessing of the Guru, study the very unmistaken text of Nagarjuna, Chandrakirti, Buddha Balita, Baba Viveka, Shantideva, then in Lama Tsongkhapa, and then next you need to work hard at purifying and accumulate merit, and last work hard at it, and that's when you need the blessing of the Guru. You really need the blessing of the Guru. Without the blessing of the Guru. So why I require Guru? Because I want to become an apple. So I need to be someone already apple to become apple. You need that. You really need that. So you want to be a pianist, you look for a pianist teacher, you don't look for a guitar teacher. So the faster you are, you're able to generate very stable devotion to the Guru, not even for one moment, heresy towards the Guru. Usually in delegation, Rinpoche say this was to put it. So right now, it's not immediately see someone that's called your guru. It can take some time. You can take some time. You can, how long should you take? Lama Atisha say 12 years. We don't have 12 years. We almost jump, grab. I remember I was in Australia the last time in Bendigo. So there was a group of China students from Utaishan, nuns and one monk, the abbot, and then the nuns went there. Rinpoche said this to them. Now you all have found. Don't rush already. No need to rush. No need to rush. He saw almost explicitly, implicitly saying this. You have found someone unmistaken. There was once in Amitabha Buddhist Center, in one teaching itself, like what the preliminary teaching before the initiation. Then Rinpoche said this. No one can cheat me now. No one can cheat me. Because I realize emptiness. Because for a monk sitting on the throne, they cannot say big lie. They cannot say lie that means through realization. They cannot say big lie. He was talking about emptiness. No one can cheat me. He said, no one can cheat me now. That moment, I was so emotional, My Guru is Buddha. He have just said out, he is Buddha. He is Buddha. He said, no one can cheat me anymore. That moment, I got so much. I look around. I don't know the rest understand not, but that moment, I was this deep feeling. I realized that he is Buddha because he will not lie on the throne. He will never lie on the throne. So amazing. How lucky we are right now. How fortunate. You should always feel, Hokkien got this word, happy pun pipi, You should always tell this one. You can count one malo, happy pun pipi, You're so happy going around the blow whistle, You should be so happy. I was like so glad, So in the beginning, it's very difficult for you to see the Guru is the Buddha, like immediately. You can take some time, hear his teaching, till you feel that this person is speaking to not your intellectual mind, but speaking to your heart, the heart and the mind. That you feel that, why is that message really hit me, And it takes some time. It's not immediate connection. It's not immediate. Certain people see his holiness cry. Certain people see Rinpoche. But certain people see they got no connection. Because some people ask me, I want to become nun. Then I said, okay, have you met Rinpoche? He said, oh, Rinpoche not my guru. I'm like, okay, then who's your guru? He said, haven't get quite difficult, how I advise you. I'm not sure how to advise, Because some people did write to me before, Venerable, I'm from Hawaii. I got a PhD in windmill. I want to become nun. Then after I write back, have you know what is Lamrim? He say, I don't know. I say, huh? You don't know, but you want to become nun. I say, very good. Let me just pull you some string. You go and attend the Kopan course, November 1. After November, he wrote back, Venerable, thank you for the kai xiao, for the link up. I think I'm not ready. It was quite funny. So you realize that I did not tell you, must see right now. No, it takes some time. So how you establish guru and disciple? If someone give you initiation, then sure. If someone give you vow, have the guru. Even the 8 mana precept. Then if someone give you an oral transmission, but from your side, if you want to take someone as guru, from your side, say, he's my guru, then that relationship is forever established. So Amitabha Buddhist Center have been around for a long time, and then we got many meetings. There was once someone in the meeting, he said that, wow, Rinpoche, you asked me to be director, every night I cry so much, so much of heartache, Then Rinpoche and me sat there laughing for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, laugh and laugh and laugh. The more the person cry, like say so difficult, the more Rinpoche laugh, I was sitting there. Then Rinpoche, because of your connection with me, make that crying very good for you. Purify. Oh, I see, amazing. Like crying sure, like they say, very good, very good. Very good. Very good. The crying, very good. Purification. There was one after the ABC, Rinpoche got previously, right? He comes center for like this teaching for extended period, like 1 month. Then after that, we told Rinpoche, oh, Rinpoche, after the 1 month, our eyes see all like panda and black color one. Yeah, it's like that. Rinpoche, holy mouth. Oh, it's like that. I come 1 month, you need to rest 3 months one. I come 1 month, you rest 3 months one. It's like that. In the very beginning, when Rogers only shared, Rinpoche, so much people, he only traveled with Venerable Roger. So Roger will like attend. Probably every time initiation, Roger will do this. Roger will fall. Then at the always the appropriate moment, he'll wake up to do the gekto and everything, you know. You must say, if you understand what is perfect disciple, you're the thing of Venerable Roger, really. He has served Rinpoche with no mistake. There was once we were doing in preparation in the school in some of the Malaysian will remember. I remember Candice will remember because if it finished from like 4 a.m., it finished next day 8 a.m. I remember it finished next day 8 a.m. We started about 6 p.m. We finished next day 8 a.m. During the preparation, Roger spoke to me. He said that there was once Roger initially sort of spent some time with Rinpoche, and then he took on the job to like travel Rinpoche. Then once he asked Rinpoche, said that maybe we should have 1 hour our private time, you know, so that we can do preparation, we can do the thing. Then Roger told me, Rinpoche gave him the most ugliest look, like, you know, then Rinpoche said this, that's disgusting. No, he scolded Roger. Roger said that was but the first time he got scolding from Rinpoche. He said, that's absolutely disgusting. Go away. Then Roger went back to the room and think, why no? What's wrong to have? Then after that, he came to Bodhisattva, don't think of oneself anymore. Wow, it's amazing, correct? Every moment is for others sentient being. So how fortunate we are right now to be part of this organization, that the Guru is a very unmistaken one. We should be so joyous that we don't need to look very much more already. So I say in Australia, in Bendigo, the monks, they literally tell them, no need to rush anymore, you found already. They're expressing the quality. So how to choose the Guru? So according to the 10 qualities, so inside the Lamrim itself, right, they go 10 quality to Amana, 10 quality to Tantra itself. Definitely, Rinpoche recently last year gave the Yamantaka initiation in Kopan. He said that nowadays, not many high qualified lamas giving initiation, whatever thing. Then he said that now since the request I'm going to give, so it's like implicitly to imply I'm qualified to give you the Vajra Master initiation. Someone who can give the Vajra Master, it means have to be Vajradhara. No choice one. No choice one. So it was, you know, how lucky we are right now. So fantastic, you know. So what quality we might have a student? You know, they always talk about Guru, then what about us? Oh yeah, we all okay, we all do whenever they die. No, we must be prepared to, if you want to become the apple and you are the apple seed, then you must be honest, open-minded, and you want to develop not external quality, tell people how much round of Kora you do or how many prostration. You must want to develop inner quality to study, contemplate, and meditate. Most of us don't like to study. After a while, after your university day or your master or everything, you say, oh, I hang up my pen already, I don't want to study anymore. You can try it. No. To develop inner quality, it's not so much the external or where you go, no, it's the inner quality, the inner beauty. It's really beautiful when you can quiet your mind down, you know. And you must be ready to put whatever advice, especially one-to-one instruction. Your guru spends some time to talk to you one-to-one. You must be prepared to do it. How many gurus you should have? Lama Tisha got 157 for us, as little as possible. As little as possible. How about 2, like His Holiness and Lama Zopa Rinpoche? Because when you got too many give you instruction, you might be confused. So one easier, because it's Rinpoche, whatever he advice will be based like same like what His Holiness say, and like this. Then very easy for you. You got Nyingma Guru, Kagyu Guru, all can bring light, like enlightenment is like on top of the mountain. Nyingma come from this way, Kagyu come from this way, Sakya come from this way, Geluk come from there, but all reach enlightenment. I tell you, you cannot have 4 start points in one journey. You should have only 1 start point, or else you get yourself really. Those people who know that, no problem, that His Holiness like remain, but we are not remain. We have not started even the R yet, renunciation. So we have to follow as little as possible, like coming called one Guru. One, but complete, unmistaken. That means he teach you the unmistaken path from Shakyamuni Mani Buddha and unmistaken. So how I appreciate the Guru kindness. Every day when we pray for his long life. You're prepared to give whatever. I'm prepared to die many times for him. I'm prepared to work aside of him. So then every day, one of the things that very, very good. Lama Tsongkhapa in the portion of writing the Lamrim text, the great Lamrim Tremor, he focused so much on just only the 9 attitudes of devoting to the Guru, the 9 attitudes. So it all boils down to this: you have the correct attitude towards the Guru in devotion. So you pray, no, to my Guru with inconceivable quality, I will devote with indestructible faith. To my Guru with inconceivable quality, I will devote with indestructible faith, like Vajra, like earth taking whatever out, like mountain, an immovable one, never shake, like a dog. Every time you see your pet dog, think that when the Guru show aspect of scolding you or say things you don't like to hear, most of us will get angry, protest, sue the Guru, or get angry, right? No, like dog. Because they say the Guru, scolding is initiation, blessing, beating is initiation. Some, but for us, everything, I think it's quite difficult. But this 9 attitude, like Lama Tsongkhapa wrote in the Lamrim, what's the main thing? He say, like both men willing to come and go for the Guru, regardless how many times. Like a servant never get angry at all. Always lower than the Guru. Always lower than the Guru. If you're able to devote in this, then become really, really fantastic. Really fantastic. Really, because Guru devotion is the hard life of becoming the apple. You must remember, if you don't have the Guru, you don't have the instruction, you can't. And the Guru is like the sun to make sure this tree grow. Can you imagine the link to something becomes very big? It's actually this stem here that give all the nourishment. This is the link right now. You'll never become something so big. Don't forget this link. This is your link, your devotion to the Guru, to give all the nourishment itself. Without this, you can't become one. You can't become one. So you have to feel a lot of joy while working for the Guru in the organization here. Obviously, while working for people, they'll be different in opinion. So need not there's I always say that the result count, correct or not? So the first result you count is that have harmony, don't quarrel. If you think very difficult for them to accept you, don't say keep shut up, It's one of the method. One contributing to the success is to pray for them and shut up. Then this is quite useful. If the Guru tell you to do something you're unable to do, especially morality, one teacher, Venerable Rinpoche, said that in Lama Tsongkhapa words, in the advice to the 50 verses of Guru devotion, you can sort of tell the Guru correctly and kindly. So because of our negative karma, we collected every sort of negative karma before in relation to the Guru, good and bad and a mixture. This life we got very, very rare. So if you got if you can't mistake, like practicing Doje Shutten. So last time we got this issue. So one of my teacher, Kenso Rinpoche Lama Lundrup, said this: body, speech stay far away, but mind never give up devotion. Very important. Body and speech don't talk about it, but mind never give up devotion. That's very important. So this is the thing, the main thing. Like the 5th Dalai Lama say, to my impure karma, my negativity project as the negative action of the Guru. See how rotten my mind is. So the Guru is pure because everything, wherever experience came from, being projected from based on the imprint and how you label the thing. So very, very important. Really, really very important to understand this first. So this is Guru. This is Guru. I'll continue from what happened if you like beginning right now, some of you haven't found your Guru. No need to be too. I will pray for you to find your Guru. You pray for yourself. May I pray for the Guru that I got karmic connection with. Then I pray for the Guru that show me the complete unmistaken path. You pray like that. Because I cannot say that Rinpoche must be your Guru or his own. I cannot tell people this way. I can say, now this is your choice. It's just like, imagine this is durian. All the Singaporean, Malaysian will say, fantastic, we eat durian at Wembley Stadium. But for the British, I don't think so. It's something their cup of tea, correct or not? No, this is not their cup of tea, no way. To me, durian is the best. We all swear at one stage, and best durian. The British say, go back, durian, go back, get out. Correct or not? I can only tell you how it works. So to be able to find devotion is a true great blessing. To be able to find the quality, even our mind so impure, you got very good karma. I must say that. Okay, very, 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 very good karma. Okay, now we go on to the next. So the Guru, we finished about the Guru already. about the student. Student must be willing to work hard now. Must be willing to work hard. So I want to show a short video right now. Okay, I want to show a short video. We need to meditate until you see the Guru as Buddha. We really need to put a lot of effort to meditate until you see the Guru as Buddha. Okay, now we show the video clip. Tell me, we show the video.
One has to continue the meditation, my analytical meditation and fixed meditation, good devotion, until one has stable realization that one is able to see the Guru or the Buddha, and one is able to see the one Buddha or the Guru that we have, Dhamma connection received. Dhamma connection you have received, so like that. So one Buddha is all the Gurus that we have, and one Guru is all the Buddha that they exist, that able to see from your side. During the analytical and fixed meditation, by turning the mind into Guru devotion, we were devoting follow the Guru. Then you see, complete proof to your mind to before. You see the Guru is Buddha is higher, Guru is down, ordinary being, and even knows a lot of Dhamma, lot of text, so the Tantra by heart. But I was somebody who is down, ordinary being, and huge differences like that. You discriminate ordinary being for our mistakes, and then Buddha is somewhat higher, Vajradhara or Buddha Shakyamuni Buddha or Tara, Miti, Mandushiri, Genesis, all that, something higher, purest, so like that, and before. And sometimes to think, I know more than Guru, kind of like that. And then Guru, ordinary being, So like that. Then later, prove to your mind, one Guru is all Buddha, no separation. There's no that. So. One Guru is all Buddha, one Buddha is all the Guru that you have. So, totally no separation, oneness. Without Guru, there is no Buddha. So, both, without Buddha, without Guru, there is no Buddha. Without Buddha, there is no Guru. Before, Buddha is the most pure, Guru is some ordinary person, full of mistake. This is how it begins. Then through meditation, analytical and fixed meditation. Then, quotation, logic, and your experience. Then gradually, then you see more. Less mistake, more quality. Then you see Buddha. But not few hours, not few days, not just say few days, not just few hours or few days. Then despair, not like that, not like that. So then you see. From your heart, deeply, from depth of your heart, you see 100%. No question, no, you see, it's like tea and cha and chai, all the different language, but it's talking one thing. So that from your heart, there is no question. So, but that weeks, months, years, that has to be like that, stable, not just few hours of Buddha, then gone, disappeared. No? That is a still receiving blessing. I forgot the name. That's a still Guru's blessing, even few hours, or two days, even few hours, or maybe 2 days. Your mind's up, your mind's then disappear, gone. That's not realization. That is a still blessing Guru, but I've forgotten the bad name. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. But still stable. The weeks that last like that, weeks, months, years. See, stable. All the realization. So, then you have to do the meditation until that happens. Train the mind.
Okay. Good. So just now Rinpoche talk about the. Can you hear me again? Okay, good. So just now, that is really the essence, the root of all your good quality, the foundation of good quality, come about how you devote to your Guru in the thought and action. So obviously, there's a lot of difference. Seeing Rinpoche personally, get a personal advice from him, and also hearsay from someone. Remember the durian and the apple. Your durian is not everybody apple, and then somebody apple is not everybody durian. It's quite different for everyone. So don't push yourself. Say, oh, my Guru is the best. No, it don't work that way. It don't work that way. It's according to your karma, your connection with the teacher. I want to go to so inside the whole thing about the Lamrim. So how Guru become the Buddha, or the Buddha become so he accumulated the two accumulation of merit, the collection of merit and collection of wisdom. So this particular mudra is called the mudra of turning the wheel of Dharma. Mudra of Kalenda. So here contain all the teaching of the small scope, the middling scope, the great scope. Then here is called the Pali tradition, the Sanskrit tradition. So Pali tradition, the middling, the small scope, the middling scope, great scope. Then here is the Mahayana teaching. Then that one is called Hinayana. But historians always prefer this Pali tradition, Sanskrit tradition. So if you want to do this, your hand must be able to do this. You cannot do this, you cannot practice. So everybody must be able to do this. No. I'm kidding, joking. I remember once, they say you cannot sit the full lotus position. You cannot get completion stage. I remember I bend my legs. I don't care. I just bend the legs, and it works. Sometimes you must be prepared to take what you do. So small scope, middle scope, great scope, generation stage, completion stage. So all the teaching of the Buddha is contained into all the teaching of the small scope, the middling scope, the great scope, then Mahayana, Vajrayana, generation stage, completion stage. This is the entire teaching of the Buddha. So everything's right here. So inside here, the main three things, if you really distill this, this is called the common path. So the common path is to generate the realization of renunciation. That's the basis for you to have bodhicitta and shunyata. Inside the foundation of inside these three principles of the path, he said that why you need renunciation, how to generate renunciation, then the manner as you generate renunciation, how should it look like? Why you need bodhicitta, how you generate bodhicitta, and then at the end you generate bodhicitta, how should you experience it like? Why you need wisdom, how to generate wisdom, and how you know that when you realize wisdom realizing emptiness, then negate the ignorant and cut here, how should it feel like? And then the dedication. So you realize that three principles are part that show the why, the how, and what it takes. I felt it's a very simple but nice framework. Every day we're familiar, then we read extended text like the three principles, like the impacts, the Lamrim tremor or liberation of palms of hand, you'll be able to relate very, very much to it. So in the very beginning, before we can even have the thing, we must be able to know to listen very clearly. Listen. So the promise to compose, the essential meaning of the victory first one, the victors and their children. The victors means Buddha, the children, Bodhisattva, the gateway for the fortunate one, desiring liberation. I shall try to explain as much as I can. So Lama Tsongkhapa wrote this. Those who are not attached to the pleasure or clinging to samsara, try to make freedom and endowment meaningful, and trust yourself the path pleasing to listen with a calm mind. So very important to listen with a what attitude. Our mind means the bowl itself must be correct up. That means you must be attentive, and then subsequently your mind upside down, listen but forget. Then inside dirty with wrong motivation. Then leaky, you listen but you cannot remember what you do. So it's so important. The very beginning of the Dharma is how to listen. The very beginning of the Dharma is how you listen. So the purpose, why generate renunciation? So this main text, later I will share it inside the, Selena will put it available to you, so you can think, oh, why renunciation? Without the complete intention, definitely to free from samsara, there's no way to pacify attraction to parasitic effect, emotional circling. Also the craving for cyclic existence, embodying our conscious now. Therefore, in very beginning, seek renunciation. So if you don't have renunciation completely, you will never become Apple. There's no whole give renunciation, you'll never become Apple. No way, it's no way. Rinpoche said, is it possible to become good in the worldly sense and also good in the spiritual sense? No. Very difficult to get the realization. You can plant good imprint, you can practice a certain point here. At a certain point of time, you can generate this in the mind. So this is the purpose. So the purpose is not to give up your worldly life. Doesn't mean that. But you cannot have the attachments that we have. Verse 4. Freedom, endowment, perfect human rebirth are difficult to find. This life no time to spare, gaining familiarity, this attraction to appearance, the dislikes, the rebirth, by thinking over and over again, cyclic existence. Appearance to future life is also reverse. So you think of the quality you have, you think of death and impermanence, you think of karma, and you think of the suffering of the future life. Then you can generate renunciation. Then what's the definition of you generate renunciation? Sort of distract what you want to do. Then you generated the definition by having trained in that way. There's no arising for 1 second of the attraction or the perfection of cyclic existence all day and night. Intention seeking liberation is right. Then the thought of renunciation. So you realize that let's not talk about bodhicitta, no, renunciation. Renunciation means we'll never become the Apple. This is really what it means. The mind. So it's not about giving up objects or everything. It's about, do we have this mind that thinks, I want to free myself from the cause of suffering, the cause that kept me here. Okay, verse number 6. The purpose of generating bodhicitta. Even if a renunciation is developed, if I not possess the mind of enlightenment, it does not become the cause for the perfect bliss of unsurpassed enlightenment. Therefore, the wise generate the supreme mind of enlightenment. So even you got bodhicitta, even you got renunciation without bodhicitta, and you see wisdom realizing emptiness, you only achieve the fruit of what thing? The Arahat and the Pacceka Buddha, the fruit of the middling scope. Small scope, middling scope. So small scope is take refuge, keep the 5 precepts, practice the 10 virtue section, good rebirth. Then you over here, you practice the 3 higher training based on repeatedly contemplating on the misery of the suffering and samsara as general, and also the 3 higher realm. And you think of what kept you here in the 12ing, the ignorant, then you progress along the path and then achieve the fruit of Arahat. But this is not enough. This is only temporarily only. But to generate bodhicitta, even you got renunciation without bodhicitta, it cannot become the fruit of the collection of merit. So you must generate the Maya enlightenment. So how to generate Maya enlightenment? First, you must understand that all sentient beings have become your mother before. Swept by the current of 4 powerful river, tied by on some karma so hard to undo, caught in the iron of self-grasping, completely enveloped, total darkness of ignorance. Means all the sentient beings that were kind to you are helpless, totally helpless, totally helpless. So the 4 powerful river are birth, aging, sickness, and death. And the karma is so hard to undo because we are so familiar with it. So familiar with it. And our self-grasping is so strong, so strong, so strong. So difficult, you know, and in the total darkness of ignorance, like in the daytime, when a river, at least we can see a way to get out. But now it's at night time, even make it more difficult. Really, really much more difficult. In the Kadampa Master, how to generate the mind of enlightenment, correct? One of the texts is called the 8 verses of thought transformation. I really enjoy the 8 verses of thought transformation because it contains everything that you really require to do inside there. It contains 8 verses inside there. It contains 8 verses inside there. So you realize that the main thing of these 8 verses is how to cut self-cherishing. Because once you cut self-cherishing, then you can cherish other people. So self-cherishing is the main obstacle to generate cherishing other sentient beings. If you cut that, then they become very, very possible. Then how to generate this mind? Endlessly born in the cyclic existence, ceaselessly committed, treated of suffering or change, and compounded pervasive suffering. Lama Yeshe always say that the last one is something a little bit obscure. If you're not here from a teacher, it's very difficult to understand that I'm suffering still. No. Thinking of all mother in such condition generate the supreme mind of enlightenment. So this part is you realize that to generate bodhicitta, you really need to do listening and contemplation about what is suffering. Without attending a formal class, you will probably not be able to hear about what is called pervasive compounded suffering. That means under the control of ignorance, continue to create the cause, continue to ripen the imprint that to be in samsara. So you cannot. So the definition. So the definition of generating a mind enlightenment is like one mother, right? See the son fall down in the river. Other people will be like, oh, so poor thing, but the mother will jump down and then hold. So this compassion is generated in a mind called, in the beginning, kindness, then love. Love means wish someone be happy. Compassion means wish someone free of suffering. But moreover than that, this attraction of that being make you want to do something. So the mother will jump inside there to save the being. So the definition you generate the thing is, I'm like a mother that the being is the only cherished son, fallen into a piece of fire. And the experience he suffered for one moment is like unbearable eternity. And you think of all sentient beings same like your only son, then they are suffering for 1 second is unbearable. And you want to free them all. Then you generate, we call it the mind of enlightenment. So you realize how difficult right now. So now we got judge people, now those good to me, I like, those not like me, I don't like. We still got this, we got no equanimity. So the first 4 prayer we do after refuge bodhicitta, the 4 immeasurable are very important foundation practice that we need to do well. They're very important. To give love is quite big. Make someone happy, quite easy. You give someone an apple to eat, they're quite happy. But if they are sick, you give apple to eat, you can't make them happy. So the next more difficult is to free them from suffering. So you have to spend some time, to make someone free from suffering. You just have to invest time in them, take care of them, their mind. Then the next thing, perfect joy. Then you must hear from the teacher what is called joy. The joy of a higher rebirth, the joy of liberation, not under the control of karma affliction. And then the last one, perfect equanimity. That's most difficult because see all beings as same. The kindness, one of my teachers, Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche say, the kindness of today, the kindness of yesterday, the kindness of tomorrow are all kindness, all same. All deserve to be treated same. Those who give you kindness. I find that one very useful for me. The kindness of today, the kindness of yesterday, the kindness of tomorrow are all kind. All have done this for me. I will treat all as same. So you realize that this is really called practice. If you practice the 8 verses of thought transformation, especially verse 5 and verse 6, when someone lower than you, less qualified than you, scold you, make things, you offer victory. Quite difficult, correct? You were like, no. And someone you give all hope, give everything, betray you. You see person as guru. Oh, this is very tricky. This is very profound. You only when you think the person as guru, why the person betray you? Because you have betrayed him or her before. So think of guru, purify more negative karma, and then you're able to get rid of yourself of it. So you must be prepared to do all this. The word I say in the beginning, you must be prepared. You must be prepared to take verse 1 to verse 8 to the very end. So I got a number system, I do my practice. 0 stands for Dhammakaya. 0 times anything is 0, Dhammakaya, the wisdom of all the Buddha. Any number. 1 is the first verse of Guru devotion, or the 8 verses. With the wish to extract essence from all sentiment, from all pressure, I always see myself as low. Then whenever we are verse 2, whenever with others, I see myself lower and hold others as precious. So every number, every door number, every car number I see, I try to recall 1 to 8. And I see the word number 9, I try to recall the 9 attitudes of devoting to Guru. So every time I see a number, I can embrace myself with number 9 or all the numbers there. So I felt that if you practice the 8 verses of thought transformation, we'll definitely cherish, cutting ourselves, cherishing, developing, cherishing other people. Then that is our way to generate bodhicitta. There's 2 ways to generate bodhicitta. One by Lamatisha, one by Shantideva. Then Shantideva is section self for others. That one only go through the see all beings, you regardless of anybody. And when you're suffering that time, you're able to do that. Amazing. So verse 8, verse 9. The reason why you need to have the correct view, without the wisdom realizing ultimate truth, even have gendered wisdom, the mind enlightenment, you cannot cut the root of circling. Therefore, attempt the method to realize dependent arising. So to be able to, even you got renunciation bodhicitta, without the view, correct view, you cannot go out. You cannot go out. So the bodhisattva will cannot go out. So only way to go out is to remove self-cherish, to generate the mind of cherishing other people, and the other one, the view of cherishing I as existing inherently. Let me change my earphone. Can you hear me again? Can you hear? I just changed it. I think shake video. Okay, the correct view becomes very important. Without the correct, so the Buddha, they say that I don't wash your negative karma. I do not free you. Buddha helps them thinking by revealing the sublime dharma of dependent arising. I was very fortunate. I went to the cave where Lama Tsongkhapa saw emptiness directly, called La Ling. So that was a place he go. Even Lama Tsongkhapa had to hide somewhere, right? No, I'm going to say hide. You don't hide. Go to a cave, right? The cave is very unusual. It's a hill behind Wokachuling that he meditated. He did Twin Lamrim for 3 years. After he finished 3 years, he did not see emptiness directly. He went back to Lhasa for 1 more year. And then he said that I still did not get it. Then he said, I want to get it. So he went to a hill behind where he meditated and think. The particular hill is like maybe about 4,000, maybe 4,600 meters. So you go, then before you reach the cave, it's midpoint. And then you climb up, there is a valley full of flowers. And you climb inside a small little hole, a cave. Then inside the cave, there's another cave, small, enough for maybe 3-4 people to sit down. So even Lama Tsongkhapa had to say that distraction become main obstacle for your practice to realize. So Lama Tsongkhapa realized that he had that correct view. So on the very first day, he imprint, 10 piece imprint of dependent arising. So if you realize emptiness, then realize dependent arising is the main thing. Subsequently, I will go through quite quick, showing the correct view. One who see the cause and effect of phenomena, both cycling and in a state beyond soul as forever unbetraying. For anyone object trust by grasping high completely disappear, has a time enter the path pleasing the Buddha. So if your understanding of the dependent arising or the correct or view or thing is that when you over negate means you see things, or emptiness got nothing. When you see things, that means you believe the thing don't exist, means you over negate. No, you must be able to link the ultimate truth and the conventional truth as two sides of the reality. Because conventional view in Shantideva verse 1, chapter 9, they say the conventional ultimate view are two sides. We always see the two view, but we can only see the ultimate view through the conventional aspect of the thing. To the conventional aspect, go to the ultimate. So when we see that, the link is dependent arising. While the things are empty, things function. So we do not negate the thing. We negate inherent existence of thing. We do not negate the object. We negate the inherent existence of object, but we establish the dependent arising of the object by object being established on a correct basis, a valid mind doing a label on the object. I cannot, for all of us, the correct convention on this called apple. I cannot say this is a durian. No, even cannot say. I cannot say this is apple. This is called banana. But depending on who introduced the thing. If this first time God created Adam and Eve, say this is a banana. So hence this will be called banana already. I'm eating holding banana. But depending who teach you how to do the label, the meaning behind, so that correct the basis. So the analysis of the view had to depend on studying the great text itself. So the monks spent a lot of time in Sarah, about 25 years, to get the correct view. So all of us, through the kindness of Rinpoche, got many geishas in Singapore. We're very lucky to have Ken Rinpoche, almost like 20, 23, 24 years, slightly less than half his life is spent in Singapore to trust the very unmistaken, catch through the reasoning path, analytical path, So we can only arrive through it by studying the great Juna and Chandrakirti. A lot of the great texts now has been, we call it translated. They're also the basic program, the master program. So we put effort in it. We'll slowly but surely be able to understand clearly. But if you're able to use the 2-point, I remember there was once when we went Malaysia for teaching, then Rinpoche brought all the sangha for tea, afternoon tea. So you eat kueh at a tea shop there. Then after that, Rinpoche decided, sure, expect want to go shopping. Then he told all the sangha there, listen up, we are going to a stationery shop now. Then you need to see things like that. Illusory pen, illusory paper, illusory rubber, illusory book, illusory bookshelf. While the thing happened, it's not the same as how is it in formation. Almost like you awaken from the dream, knowing that what you see is like a dream. He said that, and in that light, you will lessen your attachment for the thing. Like today, if you wake up from a dream, yesterday you dream someone slapped you in a dream, you're not going to tell the person, I'm going to hit you back because you slapped me in a dream. That is a bit dumb, right? But if because we are not awakened from a dream, because we have never have awakened before, but because you're asleep, you awaken from your sleep, you can understand the disparity, how you feel like. You know that this is sleep and this is like awakening state for us ordinary being. But we are never awakened from ourselves. That's why the Buddha is called the fully awakened one. The Buddha is always called the Sugata. So you hear the mantra, Om Gate Gate Para Sam Gate Bodhisattva. Gate means arrive. Gata means arrive. Gate means go. Gate means go perfectly beyond. Gate means go. Gata means arrive. Su means bliss. So Sugata means the one bliss. So once you are able to see from the point of the correct view, then we are not be. So they say if appearance or dependent arising is unbetrained, as separate from emptiness. Empty means this inherently, it exists. Depending on the conventional view, then you can say, when you think of emptiness, there must be an object to be empty. So that becomes the main thing. So as long as seen as separate, one have not realized mean. Then you see object and dependent arising, you cannot find the connection, then you will not be able to find the meaning. So dependent arising got 3 levels: cause, effect, wholes and part, midi-labeled. Verse 12. If these 2 realizations are happening simultaneously without alternation, from seeing dependent arising as complete unbetraying, the perfect ascertainment come that all objects as truly existent. At that time, the analysis of the complete view is perfected. Oh, this is something that you need to spend some time thinking about it. This is where in the Uma class, in the Geshe study in Sela, they spend about at least 3 great years charting intending the virtue by Chandrakirti. We call it entering the middle by Chandrakirti. So inside there, they talk very much thing of using dependent arising and the 10 level of the Bodhisattva Bhumi to contemplate on this aspect. So all being equal, I think Ken Rinpoche will start some class on this emptiness text. So in future, you'll log on and really study in depth with a very great teacher. Then that will be very good. Verse 13. Furthermore, appearance limit the extreme and existent, emptiness limit the extreme and non-existent. If we realize how emptiness manifests in the manner of cause and effect, you're not captivated by the wrong view extreme. So this verse itself is a very incredible view, special quality of Pasankika view. So therefore, Buddhist school Pasika, Chavachantika, Chittamatrin, and my only, and the middle way school view. Middle way school we divided into 2 views: school, Chavachantika, and Pasankika. And at least in Pasankika, they divided into and Sammaka view. So each contains more layers of existing in her. They peer off. They let you understand sequentially more and more, and for you to arrive at the correct view. So if you want to arrive at the correct view, you must be based on verse 12 and verse number 13. They say when you think of empty, when you see emptiness, right? When you see something appear, it eliminates extreme of existence. That means the thing don't exist inherently. Oh, this is really very important. Emptiness eliminates the extreme of non-existent. When you see things, emptiness supposed to refer to something not there to be found, but it makes you immediately know that thing exists. That means in Chinese, it is 立中破自性立缘起. 这个是中观. Oh, this is a very important. In Chinese, they got this very beautiful way to say, establish in the middle way view is to negate inherent existence, establish dependent arising existence. So these 2 views are neither contradictory, but they are complementary. So number 14, having gained in this way, when you realize exactly the vital point of the 3 principal aspects of power, resort the seeking solitude, generate the power of joy effort, and quickly accomplish the final goal, my child. So you realize that once you do this, you have to go to solitude somewhere. In chapter 8 of the Guide to Bodhisattva Way of Life, then generate the power effort. The power effort is this particular very determined. That means you prepare to go all the way to the end to generate the final fruit for all sentient beings. Then you need to want to go somewhere, because it's very difficult to practice when some people chill you, because now the COVID thing is a little bit, I call it not so, they relax the rule now, like you can meet more people, you can travel more. So that will distract you. So at a certain point, when you realize the understanding of the 3 principal aspects, that means the better point, you realize exactly wisdom that arises on contemplation, checked by your guru, and then you should really resort to seeking solitude. I want to go somewhere and shut up. I want to go somewhere and shut up. So I'm looking very forward. I'm going up to the mountain after I talk to, in the very near future, maybe next week or the following week, I'm going up to Roaling. So Rinpoche have given me permission, and I felt very, very blessed. So I got neither all this thing, but I aspire to try to work hard, to do this and quickly accomplish your final goal, my child. He says someone who has realized what is 3 principles and thing as the sun. And he said that I take you so dear, because this is the heart of all my teaching. So in a very short amount of time, all right. So just now I just went through the 3 principles of the path. So why you need to generate renunciation, why you need to generate bodhicitta, why you need to see emptiness. Without renunciation, you cannot generate the last 2. Without bodhicitta, anything don't become wisdom real. Without bodhicitta, that thing don't become Mahayana. Without the wisdom realizing emptiness, you're still forever in samsara. Then talk about how to generate renunciation. You need to meditate on the perfect human rebirth, karma, death, impermanent, and the suffering of lower realm. Without generating bodhicitta, by exchanging self-awareness, they all sending me as your kind mother and want to take the suffering no way. Then to see emptiness directly, you have to rely on dependent arising, tender. Then you are able to conjoin these 3 in one mind, and then depending on solitude. Then this itself doesn't bring you to complete enlightenment still. You still need what? You still need to enter Tantra. Then receiving Tantra got 4 classes: action, performance, yoga, highest yoga. Enter highest yoga Tantra, plant the 4 seed, vast secret wisdom word initiation. Then you can accomplish the generation and completion stage. And then you become a Buddha. So that is a very, very concise of what is the Lamrim. Okay, good. So they got one. So what makes the Dharma really on the way? It's not affected by the 8 worldly Dharma. So regardless, whatever you do not do to seek people to respect you, people to praise you, and then you want to get something, or you get a good pleasure, or you do something in the Dharma, people scold you, disrespect you, harm you, or you lose something, that doesn't distract you. Or so when you're not affected by this 8 worldly Dharma, then what you do is become holy Dharma. So this is something we really must really practice. So inside the 8 verses, verse number 8 itself, I told you 0 to 9, right? Number 8 itself, content without being affected by the 8 superstition, means the 8 worldly Dharma. Okay, good. So we will not play the video. So if there's question, if no question, then we play video. Is there a question? If
Venerable
no
Drachom.
question, then we play the short video. Then Lamrim lay the foundation and protect the mind. We just say this and then we will close off the session. So Xiaomi, we play the video. Lamrim lay the foundation. Yeah. If there's question, then we
yes, we have commitment, sadhanas and mantras. But you see, the Lamrim meditation is so many times it's not the main meditation is missing. Lamrim meditation is kind of left out, and usually do sadhanas and the highest tantric practice. I mean, I don't so much meditation completion state, but then sometimes the beginning is not about this generating heat to more meditation. So without bodhicitta, without renunciation at all, there may be some meditation bodhicitta, but because emptiness, maybe some, I'm not sure. So then Tumma meditation, or you're more interested in tantric, Tumma meditation, or Dzogchen, or Dzogchen, or something not even much generated, things like that. And, seeing, doing practice very high and without any foundation. So, so without a foundation, then even you are doing those tantric meditation, six yagas narpa or something. As a high about the tantric meditation, but it's like building a house on the ice. And then building a house on the ice, they collapse easily, and also as we get melted, ice gets melted, and then the house collapses. When the ice gets melted, building a house on the ice, the ice slippery, and then also collapse, and then also get melted, So then, anyway, how much you do the practice, no progression, So without the foundation, without the realization of foundation, so it's you're doing some practice, but just really doesn't, without foundation, see. So just not much. So that doesn't, you don't have so much progression. Really, so like as I suggested last night, we must lay the foundation. That should go carefully. So whether you will achieve enlightenment, whether you will be, first thing you will be free from oceans of samsara suffering or not, and whether you will achieve the Buddhahood or not, or how quickly, how long it takes time. It's all, it depends on understand Dharma or not understand Dharma, and how good you are practicing, how skillful you are practicing Dharma. So all depends on skill. Anything, you're going to build a house, construct a house, or how neat and how quickly, finish all the whole thing depends on your skill of building a house. And same thing, many things depend on your skill. How well done, how long lasting, just anything depends on your skill. Or everything, even worldly activities, it all depends on skill, how wise you are in anything. So Dharma practice, how skillful you are, and you understand Dharma, and how skillfully you practice. So the cougar tree, so therefore cougar tree achieving enlightenment. So our life most goes is taking initiations, and so then most life goes in sadhanas, and then time that you have goes sadhana, and no Lamrim, and so the most important meditation is Lamrim to lay the foundation. The three principal aspects of how to enlightenment is really the foundation. Yes, it is very good, so fortunate, yes. Just able to do it, able to even to take the initiation and to the sadhana, So fortunate, yes. But then, yes, most time goes sadhana, and then your motivations, all this, just if it's become just a word between the lips and the heart here, self-chasing thought, there, bodhicitta, then it's like Tripagoda. Then it won't be. That's not practical. It's not effective. Here just like Tripagoda, playing Tripagoda, So, but not the heart. So the main meditation is possible. This is Lamrim that you can to get done really. Even you have of course 1 hour, 1 hour, half hour, even 15 minutes, 20 minutes, good. It helps very much, protects the mind very much from distraction, from meaningless work and non-virtuous life spending, precious human life spending in the non-virtuous life. It protects from that. So they're very helpful. Very helpful. It's very, purpose of meditating on Lamrim, it's a huge, so many ways it helps. So many ways. Really. So there's great meaning, and the person becomes a better and better heart, good heart, more meaningful life. Person is able to live a life more meaningful, more pure heart, renunciation, seeing samsara suffering, more pure heart, more let go the cause of suffering. See person's mind. Then you see, instead of that more
introduce this book. So inside here contain I thought that you'll get many, a lot of effort. I think nearly about a couple of years, maybe 2-3 years. But this material collected for a long period of time. I like to really encourage that you all do this. So now I like to now we do the dedication of marriage. So the Kadampa master, motivation and dedication at the end are two very important things. So
Venerable Drachom, we can't hear you.
okay, so we do the dedication now. May the merit of reading and studying the Dharma be dedicated to the good life, good health, long life, fulfillment of holy wishes of our Guru, and to increase all sentient beings and the actualization of power without delay. This prayer is also dedication of any person making this decision will empty from his own side without any inherent existence. So we pray for long life of our Guru. You who uphold the subdual moral way, who serve as a bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading the Banjudana victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplish magnificent prayer, honoring the three sublime one, savor for myself and others, your disciple, please live long. Okay, good. So just now was a prayer to become Buddha. Then another prayer that Rinpoche said that we do is to may the precious Bodhi mind not yet born arise and grow, may the born have no decline but increase forevermore. So now my prayer for you. I hope that all of us here who are this seat right now, including myself, one day become apple. And we are prepared to do whatever it takes. And we all rally as a group. We all keep tight. We take care of one another's seat. You know, sometimes you find to feel that I got no water in my area. Then you get nourishment, encouragement for all the people around you. It just as this group this morning, we find a little bit of thing that we are not alone in our practice. We are never alone. The Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are here. I like to pray that you may always get all the resource for your this seed, quite small, to become this apple. I mean, this apple is not the rest of them. It's more about, then you say the practice, it's about all of me for all of them. And I'd like to dedicate strongly, I'd like to thank Selena for giving me this opportunity and the rest of the group of people that I'm able to do, and also all those people who participated this morning. So may all your prayer and all your wishes succeed according to the Dharma. Thank you so much. I'm not sure you'll hear me or not. Okay.
Thank you very much, Venerable Drachom.
Thank you so much. Selena, you want to sign off? Okay,
yes,
good.
yes.
How? Just how? Bye-bye.
Can you hear me? So
thank
you very much, Venerable Drachom. It was very much, I think, the purpose of this series that we feel we are part of a community, you know, that we can give each other the support and the inspiration to continue on this path to enlightenment, as you say, to become an apple. So thank you for that. I apologize, I think, to the participants. There wasn't enough time for question and answer today. We will try and include that from the next sessions. But Xiaomi, can you just share screen and I will just show, So just for people to have an idea that this is the first session of what is a 5-session series. There will be a parallel series in Chinese. Okay, so basically the topic today, Lamrim and the Guru, will also be presented by Venerable Drachom, originally Malaysian, as many of you know, but residing in Taiwan for many years. So she will be presenting this class in Mandarin in 2 weeks' time. So basically the series of Exploring and Living in the Path is on a fortnightly basis. One session in English, then 2 weeks' time in Chinese, then again 2 weeks' time in English, and so forth. And beautifully enough, when we laid out the schedule, actually the last class, Bodhicitta Mindfulness in Cantonese by Venerable Yeshe Khandro, is exactly, it continues the 2-week cycle, because after the 31st of July, on the 14th of August, this entire series is building up to the big thing, the big event this year, which is Light on the Path, the retreat with Lama Zopa Rinpoche himself, which we will be sharing more news of in the weeks to come. So hopefully you can stay with us for all the subsequent sessions. We would love to have you. And in English, the next topic will be on the, as you see here, on the 24th of April, presented by Guido Schwartz from Indonesia to give us his own regional viewpoint of this very important Lamrim topic. So please join us either for the Chinese session on the 10th of April or the English session on the 24th of April, or both if you're bilingual. So thank you very much. Then on the next slide, you can see the contact details. If you have any feedback or questions, you can certainly write to us, or you can leave your comment on the Facebook page. And I think that's all I have to share. Thank you so much. And we shall see you soon.
Bye.
And can actually unmute. Everyone can join in